I'm speaking with Bobby Robinson. He is the current wine and spirits sales representative for United Distributing Company. Bobby, is it okay that I'm recording our interview for my class?
Absolutely.
Cool. Bobby, when did you begin working for United?
November of last year, so November of 2013.
Okay, and what made you begin a career with United?
Two things really. Was ready to kind of get out of the bar scene, was ready for a more stable work environment, hours, pay, stuff like that, and started a family. So was ready to get out of the college bar life.
Okay. And like your typical work day, what do you do?
On a typical day, normally start around 8 o'clock. I work Walmart, so those are my only grocery accounts, so you want to work them first before they get busy. You don't work them every day, but when you do, you want to work them first. And then I've got 7 package stores, so I'll spend anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half in those stores, calling on them, seeing what they need, trying to sell what I need to sell to them. And then throughout every day of the week, no matter what my schedule is, I'll mix in various convenience stores or gas stations that I have to go see, which are smaller accounts, obviously. And then every day I'll take calls from bars and restaurants as well, because you typically don't go see bars and restaurants during your work day because you've got to spend time with bigger customers, so they'll call you throughout the day. So you've got to be working in stores with people and taking phone calls pretty much simultaneously every day of the week.
Okay. And are you working the whole week, 5 days a week?
Yeah, I guess Fridays, technically you could call it a work day, but since we don't deliver on weekends, our drivers have off like we do on Saturdays and Sundays. We can't really sell anything on Fridays because we don't deliver on the weekends, but we're required to be in the market, so that's when I would go say, do a call back. So I might go back to Smitty's or back to Warehouse Package Store and check on my displays, asking if there's anything it needs next week. Just kind of do maintenance, housekeeping stuff around your bigger accounts just to kind of stay out in the market.
And you're working in Valdosta, right?
Yeah, I'm all Lowndes County. I don't ever leave Lowndes.
Are there other places in Georgia and with the same?
Oh yeah, no, they're United is in Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, I believe, but with different laws, they do different things. But no, throughout Georgia, pretty much every rep, they obviously work different stores and different accounts, so their schedule's going to be a little different than mine. But typically, you work and you sell Monday through Thursday, and then Friday you kind of stay out in the market in case any of your customers need anything, but you really can't sell anything on Fridays.
Okay. What part of being a liquor rep do you like the most?
Two things really: the ability to make your own schedule, because I guess you could say I'm in outside sales, so I can go see accounts every day of the week at the same time, which they like, they prefer. But if I have something going on at home, or if a certain customer needs me to take care of their needs, special need on a certain week, I can switch my schedule around depending on what day it is, and I can make it easier for them and notify my other customers, obviously, that day that I'm going to be changing my schedule. But as long as you get everything done by cutoff, which is 3 p.m., everything's cool. So, the flexibility in schedule is great. You're not doing the same thing typically every day. And then the second part I like about it is, being able to develop relationships that translate into more business, because the more you get to know the owner of a liquor store, the more you get to know the owner of a bar, the more, they trust you as a salesman. They trust your word for what would sell or what wouldn't. More business it turns into, and, you get to
say the most challenging part of the job is?
With United, it's handling the amount of stuff that we sell. We have a lot of wine brands and a lot of spirit brands, and a rough estimate, and this is pretty solid information, with our wine book, all the brands we sell in the wine department, anywhere south of, I guess, Macon, really, about 6 out of every 10 bottles of wine that you pull off a shelf in a grocery store or liquor store is probably ours.
Wow.
And when you take that kind of responsibility on with selling wine and the big name spirit brands that we sell, like Bacardi, Jack Daniels, Absolute, Southern Comfort, just to name some of the bigger ones, it'll make your head spin and trying to keep all of it straight. So,
are there any like times of the year that are more busy for y'all than your just typical September week or random week?
Absolutely. Throughout the year, the end of every month is always busier than the rest of it because you've got quotas as a company and as a region and as a sales rep to hit numbers on certain brands or every brand. And at the end of the month, basically the last 4 or 5 selling days of the month, you're doing your best to try to hit those numbers. So you're scrambling around trying to sell as much as you can. And then as a company, October, November, December, they call it O&D. That's when the company as a whole and the state as a whole is trying to hit their yearly numbers. And it is chaos. It's really the only way to describe it. To put it in perspective, we have our vacation days, our paid vacation days that we're allotted every year. But if you don't use them by October, you don't get them. You cannot vacation October, November, December because you've got to be working. And there are even some weekends over November, December that we work. It gets really hectic around holidays.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
What different, switching kind of what we're talking about, what different job opportunities does United offer?
Well, I mean, I know in our regional office and then the other regional offices throughout the state and our home office in Smyrna, obviously there's office jobs, HR, receptionist, stuff like that. And then in training, they have a brand new training program that they're doing to help train every position. And then, they're to kind of get detailed in office jobs, they're buyers. The ladies are guys who buy product that we bring into our warehouse to sell. There are people that have to keep tabs on what all we might need as far as brands go that month to sell. And then you get into your drivers, obviously, who take product to and from accounts, and then your warehouse guys, which are people who come in the afternoon and at night that pick your orders that you sold and received that day. They load it up. And there are other warehouse guys, they're warehouse managers that oversee everybody doing that. And then you have sales trainees who are guys that are just doing, merchandising stuff, helping people like me, sales reps, and then managers who work for an hourly wage that are just learning the business. And then you have sales reps like myself who have their own route, and they work the same accounts from week to week. And then you have regional managers who, oversee a handful of reps, and there's a good many of those throughout the state. But I'd say each of them, I really can't speak for Atlanta, but I'd say in outstate in South Georgia, each regional manager probably has anywhere from 5 to 10 to 12 reps under them that they keep track of.
That's a lot. That's a lot of accounts.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can only imagine what it's like in Atlanta. There are people in Atlanta that just work Walmarts or just work package stores or just work bars. And I work all three. I work grocery stores, package stores, because it's just, there's less accounts down here, less volume, less people. So up there is madness.
Jesus. What separates United from? I know one of y'all's competitors is National. What separates y'all?
Well, from I guess an outsider's perspective, some of our business processes, if you were to look back at, or if you were to ask questions about how we do business, there's things in our business called bill and holds and swaps. Two major parts of our industry. Bill and holds, basically, you sell things to a customer, and you put it on our books, you sell it, and you count it towards your numbers before it's actually received and paid for. So it helps us meet numbers on product that we haven't technically sold yet. But you have to have those delivered within the first 5 business days of the following month. Otherwise, you're out of bounds on the legal process of bill and holds, as far as that's concerned. And then swaps, we sell product and we'll sell a big deal. To put it in layman's terms, say I sold 100 cases of half gallons of Jack Daniels into an account for a good price, but they obviously need fifths. They need smaller bottles for their. Well, they can swap those half gallons for fifths as they need them, so they have both sizes in their stores, which obviously is legal as well. But United does that. National does not. They recently, I believe this year, they no longer do bill and holds or swaps. That's just a decision they made as a company as a whole. They don't do either one of those nationwide now, but we do because we've just chosen to continue that. And then I guess from a competitive standpoint, our brands, we have more brands, bigger case wine brands, and better brands. To be honest with you, I'd put Jack Daniels over Jim Beam any day of the week. So, but you ask a national rep the same question, and obviously they'd say the same thing. But I would rather sell my wine book and my spirits book, especially in this market and in this state, any day of the week rather than somebody else's.
Yeah. Are there any particular skills you learned during your college career that helped you be more successful liquor and spirits rep or spirits and wine rep?
As far as from school is concerned, time management. Time management in this job is key because, like I said, you pretty much make your own schedule. You know who you have to go see and on what day of the week you got to see them, but there's different stuff that happens every week, every day that's out of the norm. And if you can't adjust to the curveballs, I guess, so to speak, you can get screwed. You can get behind the 8 ball really quick. So you've got to pre-plan. You can't just wake up and go to work every day, every night before, I get done doing whatever I'm doing and go to bed. I will make a schedule of the next day because you will forget something and you will, like I said, you will piss somebody off and you will get screwed as far as your customers are concerned. So you got to pre-plan and you got to manage your time wisely because you've got to be done by 3 every day or your orders don't get sent in. But then as far as when I worked in school, being in and out of bars, just people skills, being around people every night of the week, people that I didn't know, getting to know people that I had never seen before, that went a long ways when I started this job because, I've got to try to sell